you were playing, but you probably double, quadruple, tripled your net worth after you're playing. It's a success story. So what are some of the jewels that he gave you when you was a young man that you still carry with you to this day?
Well, at first, before I met Magic Johnson, I spent $1 million in one day. So I knew nothing about financial literacy. My agent calls me and said, hey, I got a check for $1 million. So shit, you know me, I already had that black Mercedes lined up. So I said, I'm about to go get the Mercedes with the wheels, the pull-out deck. So it cost $150. So when I get back to the crib, my dad said, where's mine at? So in my mind, I'm like, $1 million, mine is $150. Shit, I got $850 left, right? So I go buy him one, I go buy my mother one. You know, I get some ice, I get some earrings, I get a couple of suits. So I get a call from the bank manager. He says, you spend $1 million. And I was like, no, I didn't. So then when I'm looking at the paperwork, I see FICA. Now I get mad. I'm like, hey, I don't know no motherfucking FICA. He took $200,000. No, I don't. So I had no idea what FICA and income sales tax, state tax. I had no idea what that was. So then I said, okay, I don't want to be like the rest of these NBA players. I got to teach myself. Because this is something that we don't know. Like, you know, my family work paycheck to paycheck. We never had no money, but I had to get that Benz. I had to get my mom a Benz. Like, I just had to get that first. So after I spent that $1 million in a day, I sort of, you know, educated myself. Yeah. And it's okay not to know nothing. So if you don't know nothing, you just ask questions. Yeah. So everybody I saw that was successful, how you do that? How you do that? How you do that? And the first book I bought was The Dummy's Guide to Starting Your Own Business. Everybody should get that book because they give you all the answers on how to start a business, how to be successful, what to look for. So after that, I became a little more literate, but I still didn't know a lot. Then when I went to LA, Magic was having a function. He got some praise. I got a little bit more praise. I thought I was the man. And he said, it's all right to be famous, but at some point you want to start owning things. I didn't know what that meant. Yeah. So I went back to the book, and I'm looking up sole proprietorship, you know, joint venture, all this stuff, and I'm devising my plan.
Yeah. That's a valuable lesson, right? We always make that quote that formal education can make you a fortune, but self-education can make you a fortune. And so I'm glad that you said that part.
What up, you guys? It's Wolf Sage. Welcome to Daydream, where daydream, they drip, and when they drip, they create. It's all the process, you guys. Welcome back to this another video. We're talking about the big guy, the big man, the legend himself. We're talking about Shaq. I love Shaq. I love Shaq. I know everyone loves Shaq, but I really love Shaq. Like, not even like outside, because I knew of him in basketball, but I was at that age, I was watching like everything, like I wasn't really like paying attention to the Lakers and even paying attention to his career. He caught me when I was when I saw him on TV, when I started seeing him on all those commercials, like the heating pad commercials. I don't know what those called, ice packs or something like that. I saw him on those commercials, saw him on the General. I just saw him like personality wise. And just like everyone else, like I fell in love with him too. I was like, man, Shaq is the man. And for him to share this story, and I know a lot of people have heard this story probably. And if you haven't, I just want to like give my commentary and kind of like, tell you guys what I think. But before I get into that, please like, subscribe, comment. Please click that bell if you want to, keep up with what I'm talking about and just, the journey and stuff that we doing over here at Daydream Daydrip. But yeah, it helps with the algorithm. Please, thank you, all that stuff. But let's get right into it. So him spending $1 million in one day. Like, honestly, like I can't even say that I wouldn't have done it, but only reason I say that is just because I'm just a cheap person. I don't really like spend money on a lot of stuff. I'm not really trying to go on vacations and go here, there, just partying all night long. So I can understand him being young and not having, no money, and suddenly you get, you're playing ball and you get to, dress like the rappers and the drug dealers and all that stuff, get to have your new Beamers and all that stuff. It makes sense. It all makes sense. We all have, those urges and everything. I got a couple cars in mind that I know I'd get, and a couple of like properties and shit like that. Like, that's what I'm on. But I get it because, yeah, you want to just get something for yourself. You get $1 million. That's something that they don't teach us, you guys. That's just insane, you guys, because they don't really teach us at a young age, or even at school. They don't teach a lot of us, and even our parents. I'm 27 right now, 94 baby. I had to. Y'all hear that shit? You cool? You cool? She cool, y'all. Always interrupting my stuff. Like, this is my house. But yeah, like, they don't teach our parents. They don't teach our parents financial literature. They don't teach us to teach our parents to teach us, like, hey, there's taxes, there's this and that. I can imagine Shaq, getting all this money, and then suddenly he's able to, get all his dreams out. He's able to take care of friends and family and, people that he cares about. It's just, I can only imagine, because that's what I do. I'd take care of everyone. If my dad wanted a car, I give him a car. If my mom wanted a car, I get her a car. If my girl, anyone wanted a car that I loved and I cared about and have helped me through my journey, if I can help them in each and every way, I would do it. But the fact that he spent all of this because, that FICA stuff, all those, the taxes and everything they be doing to us is just, it's crazy because, I understand rich people, I understand Republicans and all that stuff. We want to see the money go where the money should be going. We want to know that, hey, if I put my money here, it should go there. And if I'm going to give back to the community, if you're going to take, if I make $1 million and you're going to take 250, 300,000 off that, I want to see that money being implemented. And that's, if you guys haven't checked out my Black Agenda, series, it's still ongoing, but, we 15 videos strong or some shit like that. I don't know. But yeah, that's one of the steps that us as a community, and this not just on Black people, but this for any community that's just trying to build up and trying to, come together. We need to have these financial, talks and stuff, because this is going to keep our legacy going. This is going to keep our families going and moving. Imagine if Shaq didn't learn from that mistake. Imagine if he just decided, oh, I don't care. I'm just gonna spend more money and I'm gonna make more money and it's gonna be nothing. I'm gonna be Michael Jordan and everything. Imagine that. We'd be looking at him, because especially now, I love you, Shaq, but your free throws, bro. I seen those. I love you, but that shit was, whew. I'm glad he didn't. That shows how much of a man and how much of a smart human being he is, that he realized that, hey, I'm not on here. And I even heard him say it even before, and even on extended clip of this. He said on this Earn Your Leisure podcast, hey, I only invest in things that are going to change the world and that are going to do something for people. Because you know what? That's some smart shit, you guys. That's some smart shit. You have to be an asset to someone. You can't be a liability. That whole assets of a liability goes so many different ways, because you can get paid, you can get rich, you can get, all these different things if you offer something to someone. You offer something that they can be able to get from you, or be able to, you know what I mean. Him spending that $1 million and him having to learn from that. Because that's what he said. Jeff Bezos does. He says Jeff Bezos was the one who taught him that, hey, I only invest in things that help people. And as we seen with motherfucking Jeff Bezos, as we seen with that motherfucker, what is his net worth? Anyone here, please tell me his net worth. I'll tell you, it's in the billions, probably trillions by the time a lot of people see this video. And he does that with Amazon. He offers a service that everyone needs, that I need. I got this mic off of Amazon. I've got so many stuff I got off of Amazon, and he is getting paid from that. So goddamn, for all y'all that be saying oh, Shaq's stupid and oh, I wouldn't do this, I wouldn't do all that. You don't know, because you never been put in that position. You never had to fight and sweat and tear for this shit. You got to work for this shit. It's a lot. It's a lot for me. I'm still trying to figure out everything. I got so many ideas, and I'm just like, okay, what do I implement? What do I go on? Do I do this? Do I do that? How can I do this? That's why I post so much of these videos, because I'm trying to show you guys what journey I'm on, what I'm seeing, what I'm daydreaming about, what I'm trying to, like the process. The process is real, y'all. The process is so real. That's why when I say daydream, they drip. When they drip, they create. It's because it's all a fucking process. There's not one step. There's not two steps. Some stuff it takes two steps, but more than likely there's going to be three steps when it comes to getting somewhere in life. I had to learn that the hard way too. My parents, there was a lot of stuff that they didn't know. There's a lot of stuff that they had to learn and that they couldn't teach me. And I had to, even though it hurt, even though it pushed me back and stuff, I had to realize that they were working with what they knew. If my parents knew some of the stuff that I knew now, if my grandmother, if my granny, the woman that she is the matriarch of my family, if she had known what was possible, or what she could have done with her businesses and all that stuff, or what she could have taught her kids to be doing, I promise you guys, I probably wouldn't be talking to you guys. I'd probably be a millionaire right now. Probably be her grandkid that's out doing whatever, probably starting business and this and that. So, what I've learned is that since she started this, she was the blueprint. I got to see that, I got to see what happens when your kids get to benefit, because my granny, her kids did get a benefit, because they got my granddad, he definitely, rest in peace, when he died, he left her something that she was going to be able to build on and be able to help raise her kids and stuff. Even though it was hard for her, but she did it. And I got to see that shit, and I got to hear that from people that knew her closely. Like when she passed away, I was like she did everything just so we can be able to move forward, just so we can not be stagnant, not be stuck in this rut and everything. And that's why I had to leave. I had to leave and get out of there. And, if I get $1 million, if I get $1 billion, if I'm, ahead of this or ahead of that, I want to make sure that I leave a legacy that it's powerful in the sense of what the impact was to the world, to people. I don't want it to just be something that only I can eat off of. I want daydream, day drip, or whatever, thing that I do. I want many people to be able to eat from it. I want many hands to be able to nurture it. And I want so many hands just to be able to, feel like they have some place to go, some place to reach out to. So, when it comes to this, you guys, I didn't really, I know it was a lot, going into this, but that's what I really wanted to talk about. This financial stuff is crazy, and we may look at it like, oh, I wouldn't do this and I wouldn't do that. And, capitalism and everything may be bad and everything, but you guys, it's how we do this. We can do it right. There shouldn't be no poor. There shouldn't be no middle class. There should be just living. You can have your wealth. Don't get me wrong. A lot of people are going to make money, and then that's just how it is. Because hey, I like McDonald's over Burger King. They're both food. They're both burgers, but I particularly like it. And if 10 other motherfuckers like it over Burger King, you can't be mad. I can't be mad. So if someone else likes someone else's stuff over mine's, good. Some people are going to like mine's. I'm going to get my worth. I'm going to make a living. As long as we're all making a living, that's all it really matters. So I want to get you guys input. What do you guys think about Shaq spending $1 million? Would you spend $1 million in one day? Or would you invest it? Would you, put it somewhere? What would you do with it? Not to say you got to put out your whole secrets and everything, but just to give us the insight of how you think he should have handled it, and do you agree with what he has become? Because for me, Shaq is legendary. There's another clip where he talks about he owns Marilyn Monroe and Elvis and Forever 21, all the things that all y'all love to go and shop at. He owns. He didn't sell his brand. He made sure he owned brands. It's Wolf Sage, Daydream Wolf. Thank you guys. Please like, subscribe, comment, leave, push that bell. I'm always fucking around with this shit. But it's Daydream. We're Daydream, they drip, and when they drip, they create. It's all a process, you guys. thank you guys for watching this video. Please be safe. Please take care of yourselves, and y'all have a good night.